Dyer Productions present The Story Slot, traditional stories and fairy tales adapted by Jane Grandle. The story in this episode is The Wolf and the Seven Little Kids.
There was, once upon a time, a mother goat who had 7 little kids. One day she wanted to go into the forest and fetch some food, so she called all 7 to her.
Dear children, I have to go into the forest. Be on your guard against the wolf. If he comes in, he will eat you all. He might disguise himself, but you will know who he is because he has a rough voice and big, dirty feet.
Dear Mother, we will take good care of ourselves. You don't have to worry about us.
I shall go on my way with an easy mind then, kids.
It was not long before someone knocked at the door.
Open the door, dear children. Your mother is here, and I've got a present for each of you.
But the little kids knew that it was the wolf by his rough voice.
We won't open the door. You're not our mother. Her voice is soft and pleasant. Yours is rough. You are the wolf.
So the wolf went away to a shop. He bought a great lump of chalk, which he ate to make his voice sound soft. Then he came back and knocked again at the door of the house.
Open the door, dear children. It's your mother. I have a present for each of you.
But the kids could see the wolf's big, dirty paws through the window.
We won't open the door. Our mother doesn't have big dirty paws like yours. You are the wolf.
Then the wolf ran to the baker's.
I've hurt my feet. Will you please rub some dough over them for me to make them feel better?
Next he ran to the miller.
Please, would you sprinkle some of your flour over my feet for me?
But the miller realized that the wolf must want to deceive someone, and he refused.
If you won't do it, I'll just eat you up.
The miller was afraid of the wolf now, and agreed to help him disguise himself by covering his paws with flour. And so the wolf went to the house for the 3rd time and knocked at the door.
Mother is here, children. Open the door. I have presents for all of you from the forest.
Let us see your paws first, so that we can make sure you really are our mother.
The wolf put his paws in through the window, and when the kids saw that they were white, they believed all that he said and opened the door. But who did they see come into the house? The wolf! They were terrified and tried to hide. One sprang under the table, the 2nd into the bed, the 3rd into the stove, the 4th into the kitchen, the 5th into the cupboard, the 6th under the washing bowl, and the 7th into the clock case. But the wolf found them and ate them, swallowing one by one. The youngest kid, who was hiding in the clock case, was the only one he did not find. When the wolf was all full up, he went outside, lay down under a tree in the green meadow, and settled down for a nap. Soon afterwards, the old mother goat came home again from the forest. And what a scene she found! The front door stood wide open. The table, chairs, and benches were all strewn around, the washing bowl was broken into tiny pieces, and the quilts and pillows were pulled off the bed. She looked for her children, but they were nowhere to be found. She called their names one after another, but no one answered. At last, when she called the youngest, a soft voice cried,
Mother, I am in the clock case.
She took the little kid out.
Oh, Mother, the wolf came, and he ate all my brothers and sisters.
How Mother Goat wept over her poor little children. She and the baby kid went out to get some air, and what should they find but the wolf, laying asleep by the tree, snoring so loud that the branches shook. She looked at him on every side and saw that something was moving and struggling in his stomach.
Can my children still be alive in his stomach, even after he has eaten them all? Run home, my baby kid. Fetch my big scissors and a needle and thread.
When the baby returned, Mother Goat slit open the wolf's stomach, and suddenly a kid thrust its head out. And she cut further and further until all 6 of her children sprang out one after another. They were all still alive and unhurt. You see, the wolf was so greedy that he had swallowed them whole. What rejoicing there was! They all ran into Mother Goat's arms and jumped and danced for joy.
Now, children, go and find me some big stones. We will fill the wicked beast's stomach with them before he wakes up.
So the 7 kids hurried back with many stones and put in as many as they possibly could. Mother Goat sewed him up again as fast as she could. When the wolf had slept enough, he got up. He suddenly felt very thirsty, but as he tried to walk to the well, the stones in his stomach jostled and rattled.
What rumbles and tumbles against my poor bones? I thought 'twas 6 kids, but it's only big stones.
And when he got to the well and stooped over the water, he was just about to drink, but the stones were so heavy that they made him fall in. That was the end for that nasty, beastly old wolf.
You've just heard the story of The Wolf and the 7 Little Kids. The wolf was played by J.D. Kelly, the mother by Layla Katib, with additional voices by Jamie Dyer. The narrator was Jane Grandle, who also adapted the story. The story slot was brought to you by J. Dyer Productions.